happens.
Aye.
Start a good old stream up. Put that over here. Oh bloody hell, I feel absolutely rough.
You remember the TV show Bucky or Hare?
What TV show?
Bucky or Hare?
Hey David, how you doing, bud? Bucky or her? You're the first here, David. Eh? Clint, if I type in Bucky or her, it comes up with Bucky from Avengers.
No, it's just a TV show from years ago. It
Hey,
aired
hey
26
Jam,
years
hey
ago today.
Alex. Thank you, Sergey. Appreciate it, buddy. Sorry I've not been around, guys. I've not uploaded anything for, what, 3 weeks? Been, like, stupidly busy, so not really had much chance to record any new content and material to upload to you guys. I'm planning on doing some, so tomorrow I'm hoping I'll get up at a decent time and attach the camera up and we'll do some recording. You know, some of them queens that I caught during the Malaysia Niger flight, already some of them have workers. Really quick. How is everybody? You all good? Hey, my ants are not eating, drinking or foraging. What should I do? What species of ants are they? Don't forget, we are... Yes, Jan, yeah. The latest Niger queens are caught during the Neptune flights when I made the video, the first video. They already have workers. I don't know why. I think it's probably because I've kept the box where I keep them all next to, not too far away from a radiator. So I think when it's been a bit cool and I've had the heating on, I think it's helped them in a way, you know, to get the first batch of workers. Eating, drinking, or foraging. What should I do? Right. It depends on the species of ant you've got. Okay. Now, also we've got to think about it now that we're in September and the temperature is getting colder, and what tends to happen is they get ready for hibernation. As you can see in the video footage of the Mesobarbaris here, they are slowing down. A Fusca, 1 queen and 20 workers. Yeah, that would probably be right for the Fusca. Let me just double check it on my website. And keeping.co.uk. I'm sure I put an article about Fusca. They're all related, so blog ant species. It's coming up to hibernation time, so where's Fusca? Oh, okay, maybe I didn't do a ant species guide for Fusca on my website, but it's it's a Formica species, so it would be very similar to the related to Formica rufa, which is your redwood ant. Hibernation. Yeah, pretty much. So they're getting ready for hibernation. So don't worry too much about it. Just hey UK ants, just keep supplying them with water and food, even though they're still like maybe they don't want it, maybe they're not touching it, or maybe they're touching it at night time when you're not even noticing it when it's dark. So just keep supplying them with stuff. Don't do it too often. Just do it maybe once a week. That tends to happen now because everything's slowing down. Can you hibernate them without any full gasters? What you mean? So the gasters are like gone dead small? So they've not been eating at all? Right, what else is... let me just scroll up here. What else is everybody saying? We are good. You good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm a bit ill. Suffering from a hangover. Alex, my best of Barbarous Colonies just had her first super major at the 100 worker mark. Well, That's fantastic news, dude. This, in the footage that you're watching, is good old Legolas. It's our Legolas. It's the Mesa Barbarians Queen Legolas. Look how many workers she's got. You know, she's done really well this year. She's even got a minor major in there somewhere. So I'm very proud of her. She's doing well. She's limping by, you know. AntManUK have been subbed to you since around 350 subs. Wow, that's a long time. That is a real long time ago. That's like 4 years now. When I had 350. Three or 4 years now. That. Yeah, just keep offering them food. Yeah, they are not eating at all. Even the Queen's gaster is empty. Try different food. Try different proteins. Try sugar water. Try some honey. Just to keep trying different things, and should work out for you. Hopefully she'll feed. AntManUK, I got my Pharmacarium, by the way. Sam, which Pharmacarium did you get, buddy? Did you get one off the website? The only thing is, when someone orders a Pharmacarium off the website, it goes directly to my supplier, so I don't know exactly, I don't know 100% like how many Pharmacariums people have got and stuff. Is there a reason why I've not been uploading recently? Well, last time you all heard from me, I was unemployed, right? Because I lost my job. I've been having a lot of difficulties at home, but recently I've started working 2 weeks ago. Got a new job. What the hell are my ants doing? Wow, they're dragging her. They're like, get over here. Yeah, so I've got a new job now. I started it 2 weeks ago. So the problem is, I've got a busy lifestyle. So like, I go to work, I come back around 4 or 5 p.m. Then I've got to cook. Then I've got to get ready. Then I've got to go to the gym, work out. You know, got to keep healthy. And then by the time I get back from the gym, it's like 9:30, 9 p.m. You know, and I want to sit down and watch a few shows on the TV and stuff. So it's become a little bit difficult for me to fit that time in to record. But obviously I'm going to try and get back on track with it, because I really, you know, miss doing what I like doing. So it's really difficult. Where can I get a full ant colony in the UK? I have a Flavus with 10 workers. I want to have a setup as well, then start a few, etc. Where can you get a full ant colony in the UK? That's a tough one. There's plenty of websites out there that sell queens with workers. So Jonathan, if you have a look around, you could probably find a website that's got, you know, queens for sale with more than a few workers, and you can also get full setups from them. However, if you are really interested in buying a setup, go over to my website, okay? And on my website, I sell Pharmacariums. Go directly to my supplier, and he sends you a free ant colony with the Pharmacarium. So he'll either send you Mesa Barbarius species, or he'll send you Paladula species, depending on what he's got in stock. But majority of the Pharmacariums on the website that mention seeds or come with seeds tend to come with the Mesa Barbarius colony. Hey, I've got my first queen and the workers, Lacey's flowers, and I'm panicking like, what do I feed them? I can't afford a Pharmacarium, what to do? You can make yourself a cheap little setup and have them running that way. Just feed them some sugar, honey water, you know, put a little bits and bobs of like, what I tend to do is buy like, you know, like chicken breast, and just take a, you know, a tiny little piece off it and just put it in the test tube on a piece of tin foil or something like that, and then just use some tweezers to take it out once they've finished eating it. But you can make your own little cheap setup, where you could just basically buy like a clear box, drill a hole into it, attach the test tube, and use the clear box as an outworld. Or you could get a clear box, drill a few holes in it, put about 3, 4, 5, 6 test tubes in it, so they've got, you know, room to grow, and then you use that box as the outworld, so you can feed them and supply them with water and all sorts of stuff and clean them out. That's another way of doing it. It works out pretty well. And then you can always drill another port for later on if you want to encourage them to move into a proper setup. How many ant colonies do I have? Well, I have Mesa Barbarius Queen. I've lost my Paladula colony. This is kind of sad, guys. I've lost the redhead Mesa Barbarius Queen. She's dead. I've lost my Paladula colony. I don't know what happened with that. It just died. I kept feeding them, but they went kind of strange. They were turning away food. They weren't interested in the food, and one day I woke up, Queen was dead, and workers just started, obviously dying one by one. The redhead Mesa Barbarous Queen, for some unknown reasons, passed away. I don't know if the room was just too cold or whatever, but I do still have all these Lasius Niger Queens and a Lasius Flavus Queen in test tube setups. What I caught during the nuptial flights, there's probably about 50 to 60 queens in this container. They've got, some of them have even got the first workers, so there's plenty of queens here. What I'm thinking of doing with these queens, however, I've run out of coke, is selling some of them on my website. But what I'm trying to do is establish them so they've got their first batch of workers, or maybe the second batch, before I put them on there, because I don't want to sell something that someone could get and then they die after like a week or so. I'd rather have it a bit more established so they've got workers in there and stuff before I put them on the website. I'm falling behind with the chat, guys. I'm really sorry, because I'm trying to read some of the older questions and stuff in the chat and answer them as best as I can. I have a Lasius Niger collie which is 64 days old today, and they have 20 workers now. Nice. Lasius Niger are so cool, right? Because they're like dead easy to look after. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I got the new job. You guys in the UK are lucky because you can get queens mailed to you. Yeah, we can. In America it's illegal, right? My Lasius Niger have cocoons for a few weeks right now. How long does it take for the first ants to come? How long have they been in the cocoon for? They normally take about, I've noticed, normally take about 4 weeks once they get into that like proper cocoon stage. But with it being cold, it might slow down, so it could take up to 6. I've got some pharmacones from Ant's house. They're very similar to your pharmacones, but I'm from Portugal, so it's cheaper for me. Hey Gaming Mo, how you doing? Sorry guys if you hear me drinking, I'm just topping up on some water. Quite dehydrated, hangover. I don't even know how I ended up with such a bad hangover, but I've never had a hangover where literally I was in bed for the entire day. I only got up out of bed about 6 PM, 7 PM. What happened to the Paladula? I don't know exactly. Oh, you got a nest from me for your Flavus. I will start another colony soon too. I don't exactly know what happened to my Paladula, but it happens, right? This is a problem I've had for quite some time. I'll be honest with you, right? As an ant keeper, I've had this problem quite often, and I've kept species, I've got them to a good point, 50, 60 workers, feed them, look after them, give them water, check up on them every day or so, because I have them on display on my computer desk. So this spare room is basically my office for doing all the YouTube stuff and stuff. So I have them on the desk in the pharmacarium setup. So it's good, Reggie, because the amount of times I've had colonies with 50 workers, and then all of a sudden I'm coming in the morning and checking on them, and then like, oh, it's dead. It's good, but it happens. But sometimes maybe it could be that I don't feed them as much as I should. Like sometimes I'm only feeding them once a week. I think it's with me having a bit of a busy lifestyle and rushing around. I sometimes forget, so I need to like stick a sign on my forehead, so when I look in the mirror in the morning to say, go and fucking check on your ants, sorry for the language, and feed them. So I don't know whether it's from I've neglected them a bit maybe in the past, but I guess we learn from our mistakes. What else is everybody asking? Cheers, bud. I got it. All right. Okay, we've read that part. I have about 10 Lasius Niger queens. One which kept her wings and the most cocoon eggs. She's cool. Exactly. Queen ants with wings is absolutely fantastic. I've got a few of these Lasius Niger queens that I caught during the nuptial flights. There's probably I'd say about half of them have wings, and it's quite cool because having a winged queen with workers is pretty fun. Like, they're all at that stage now. They're all got the workers emerging and stuff. So maybe tomorrow the new video could be that, guys. I could show you how they're doing, and you can just basically see, you know, the new workers and the cocoons and stuff. But they're doing really well. It's exciting times. UK ants, did the workers just start dying, then the queen doesn't lay and dies? Yes, that's what happened to my Paladula. I've noticed that with Paladula, the Paladulas, the workers don't have a long lifespan. They're very, very tiny. And I mean, literally, like, they don't last long, the workers. And I had maybe 60, 80 workers in one colony, yeah? And I walked in one morning, you know, I've always been feeding them stuff. I walked in, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? You know, like, half the colony was dead. Half of the workers were dead. And it was gut-wrenching. And then I thought, okay, the queen's still alive, we've got half of the workers still left, so I thought I'll clean it out a bit, you know, the outworld, make sure there's nothing that could kill them, I don't know. So I give them fresh food, more water, but after a few more days the queen died. I don't know what happened to them. All UK ant nuptial flights done for this year? I would say so now. I would think most nuptial flights are over with. I don't know. Maybe there could be other species that might still do it. But I think they're pretty much over and done with now. Show us your Lasius flavus colony. The Lasius flavus queen that I do have is in a test tube, which will be very difficult to show you, and she has eggs and cocoons and whatnot. But if you want to see her, I'll add her into the video footage tomorrow, okay? So when I make a video tomorrow, I'll get some of these Lasius niger queens with the wings, with the workers, and show you, and I'll find the Lasius flavus queen. She's somewhere in one of these test tubes. I hope she's still alive, because some of them have passed away. It happens. I haven't really checked up on her in a while, so if she's got eggs and stuff, I'll make a quick video and put her in it as well. Last time I did check on her, she did have eggs, so but yeah, I do have like 2 boxes that are full of test tubes. I picked up a rock, and there were a lot of Lasius niger cocoons, so I took some and put them in the first Lasius niger colony, and they have accepted them. Jan, I did the same sort of thing, okay? Listen to this, guys. This is how I killed off a Mesobarbarus colony. I don't know why it happened, but it happened, okay? What happened was, I had a Mesobarbarus colony that I used to live stream with the super majors and the minor majors and stuff, okay? And I had a the colony used to be on the live stream, and they were doing really well. And I had a Mesobarbarus in a test tube, and she died. And she had loads of eggs and cocoons and whatnot. So I decided to take them and put them into the colony, the big colony, and they took them, they accepted them. But the weirdest thing was, when they hatched, the workers started attacking the new workers that had emerged, and the scent must have rubbed off on my queen, and then they killed the queen. I've never seen this happen before. I've always, you know, when you give them cocoons and stuff, never had that problem before, but it was very strange. They killed off the queen, just because I tried to brood boost them. It must have been the scent from the older queen or something, I don't know. But they killed the workers when they emerged, and then they killed their own queen. That was gutting. I couldn't do anything. I'd seen them dragging her around the fucking pharmacarium. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing, sorry. I seen them dragging her around the pharmacarium, and I couldn't do anything. And then they just ripped it to pieces.
Stop swearing.
How many workers can I let my queen workers into the pharmacarium? I don't understand that. How many workers can I let my queen workers into pharmacarium? So I'm guessing you're trying to you're wondering how many workers you need before you move them into a pharmacarium. I'd say about 20 to 30. I moved Legolas in here when she only had 10 workers, so she's doing pretty well. Sounds like Game of Thrones in real life. It does, right? Hey, don't spoil Game of Thrones for me. I've not watched the new season yet. Yeah, with the queen killing, it was weird. Yeah, I don't think it will, Jan. I don't think it will happen with Latius. I think it was just really strange. Really, really strange, to be honest. I've never ever encountered that problem before. So at some point somewhere, the scent from the other colony must have gone to the queen, and then, yeah, killed her off. Sad times, guys, sad times. Anyway, let's stop being so negative. We've got, we're gonna get back on track, right? We're gonna start making some new videos, getting them up and live, and then after Christmas, we'll obviously start looking into getting some different types of species. But I'm trying to stick more to UK species. I know I do have Mesobarbarius, but these were gifted to me, so there's nothing really I could do much about this. I just had to accept them. But they're doing alright anyway, so it'll be pretty cool. Hey dude, this has happened to my ants. All of a sudden my ants turned against their queen, but the queen probably changed its pheromones, so they thought it was hostile. Wow, really? Jacko. Exactly. I think Jacko's just hit the nail on the head, basically. I think Jacko has the answer to the question, and what I was thinking. The pheromones changed, and they all went hostile against the queen and killed the queen. Irish. I'm not Irish. So what's everyone been up to while I've been gone? Anyone back in school yet? Ugh. You see there's a minor major there, the left side, much bigger than the workers. First minor major, well, it just keeps falling over every time it cleans itself. I can't believe Legolas is actually raising a successful colony. There's a lot of eggs there, but I couldn't see them because the bottom of the acrylic's white. It's very difficult to see them, but with this camera and the closing up, you can see them a bit more. And these guys, I don't know, what's that guy doing in the bottom right? It's like messing around with seeds or a trash pile or something. I don't understand why they're nesting so close to the trash pile, unless that's their seed storage, breaking it down into bread. Pretty cool. Best protein. I'd say best protein is a cricket. I do think a cricket is probably the best protein that you can supply your colonies. What's happening here? See what I mean? The queen's moving away and the miner's pulling it back. It's like, no, get over here. Where you going? Yeah, it is hard to find Mimica and Formica. Ugh, school. You went on vacation to America? Wow. How long was the flight, Jan? These barbaries in nature in Central Europe or just in warm areas like Spain, etc.? That's a good question. I haven't really looked into it, but I do know if you go to Spain, you see them everywhere, right? Like, if I go on vacation to Spain, I will see them everywhere. And at the moment, it's September, so natural flights are due for Mesobarbarius queens. And I'm flying to Spain the first week of October. No, I'm not going to come back through the airport with about 50 queens. Can you imagine? Mesobarbarius is native to Spain, Portugal, and Italy. Yes, peanut butter is good, protein, and it's got sugar, obviously. Well, depends on what peanut butter you use, because you can now get sugar-free peanut butter. Peanut butter is really good, but I found with peanut butter is they tend to like have a go at eating it and then like they'll mess around with it, to be honest, and they'll probably eat a bit of it, but then they just tend to walk away from it. Like, some, I don't know, it might just be my colonies. I've had some fussy colonies with peanut butter, with experience with peanut butter. They just eat a bit of it and then leave it, and then if you don't clean it, it starts getting all weird and moldy and yucky. I was wondering, I caught my first Glacier Queen in the middle of July, and I'm not sure if she even has poop hair yet. Is this normal? Yes, that is normal. Don't worry about it. The problem is as well, Alfred, it's like we're in September, okay, so now the ants are going to hibernate soon. I've noticed my Lacey's Niger colony outside the big one where I caught all the queens from. They're still out and about, but only when it's warm. So when we've been having a few hot days this month, they're still out and about collecting food. So, but then when it's cold, they're back in the nest. So it's not going to be too long now before the hibernate. Don't worry about it. It's just going to slow down, Alfred. That's the only problem, because it's getting colder now. What you can do, if you don't want to hibernate her, you could keep her warm, just in a warm room temperature, and she won't hibernate, and you'll raise a colony that way, and it's worked for me in the past. But if she's got plenty of eggs, there shouldn't be a problem. Does she have any larvae? Does she have any of them ones that look like a wiggly worm? Collect loads of mess. Would you send them back in the post to yourself to salon, or is there a law? I don't think I'd risk it, to be honest. I go on holiday to, I like going to holidays where it's nice and warm, obviously, like Tenerife, Spain, Portugal, stuff like that. And I see a lot of ants when I'm out there and that, but it doesn't bother me. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could actually collect ants there, post them to myself, because it's the risk of getting in trouble. You don't want to get caught doing that sort of thing and then getting in shy. Oh, swearing again, sorry, and getting in trouble. But some countries are not that bothered about it, But I know America's bad with the law on it, so I'll be very careful with it all. When to hibernate Massabarus and Lasius Niger? That's a good question. To be honest, I don't know what I'm going to do with my messer. This room's going to get cold. Hey, Antscaster. This room's going to get pretty cold during the winter months, so I'm just gonna hope that she just hibernates herself. Because what I'll do is the radiator in the room, I'll just turn it off, and we have a massive ventilation. We have two big ventilation holes in the wall that go straight outside. Obviously, they have like a cover over them, to keep the house from developing mold and stuff. So this room is one of the coldest rooms in the house in the winter months. So yeah, might just leave them as they are on my desk, and they'll probably hibernate, so it won't be too bad. Jan, do you heat them to speed up the process? Yes, you can heat up your ants using a heat mat, but I would recommend a heating wire. Heating wires are better. That could speed up the process. You don't want it too hot. You want it just right. You want it nice and warm. But the problem is, when you use a heat mat, you're going to find that you're going to need to hydrate the nest more, because the heat mat's drying out the water supply. So it's a 50-50 situation. So you have to keep checking on your hydration and water supply. Caught wingless Lasius flavus queen during the first global flight. Hasn't produced any eggs. Is she fertile? Should I keep her until next year? I'll tell you a story. I caught a Lasius Niger queen last year, and she didn't lay any eggs. Okay, and I had her through the entire winter, and it got to, was it February or March, and she laid eggs. So don't worry too much about it. She might be infertile, she might not be, but just keep hold of her and see what happens. At the worst case part about it, you're gonna be waiting months before she does decide to lay eggs. If she doesn't lay any eggs before Christmas, it'll probably be spring, early spring. A macro lens on a phone with a tripod. That should help you out. Egg, do you know what happened to my tripod? it snapped. I put my expensive camera on it, okay, and because I've got this macro lens, and I mean guys, it is massive. I need to take a picture of it and put it on Instagram because it's just huge. Okay, it's like, I'd say it's like a foot long, so it's heavy. And I got this stand, and I needed a stand, so I just thought, you know what, I'll buy a cheap one. And I put the camera on it, and it was the weight of the camera, and I tilted it to record, and it just went, and it just shattered, and the plastic that you screw, you know, where you screw it on the top of it, I've still got it here. It's just come away. It just snapped straight off. I was like, no, my camera, you know, I was panicking. But that's what happens when you buy cheap stuff. Shh. You have more likes than views. Hacks confirmed. Eh? I can't see the likes, to be honest. I was kind of surprised how fast she had cookings. I felt like it was only a month after I caught her. Then I went on vacation. When I came back, she had 15 workers. Wow. Yeah, rapeseed. I have, it's just a bag of seeds, you know, different ones. To be honest, should I give them some now while we're live streaming? Okay. It's just canary seeds. That's all it is, budgie seeds. So you can go to a pet store and buy some canary seeds or budgie seeds, and you'll get them all in there. Okay. You'll get quite a few. Nah, there's no hacks about that. What it is, UK Ants, it's like, you know, a person can join, like, the video, and then they don't have to stay around. So even if they leave the stream chat, the like still stays. What camera am I using? That's the thing, I don't really want to give out my little secrets, because everybody will be doing the exact same thing I'm doing if I were to give you the specifications of my camera and equipment that I use, right? Okay guys, here's some fresh seeds. A seed lunch has just happened. I've just given them about, what, 8 to 10 new seeds. So, seed lunch alert. But this should do. Obviously it'll take a good, what, normally takes a good 5-10 minutes before they even realise there's new seeds. All your queen eggs are in a massive pile. How do you see larvae? Larvae is longer. And anyway, one question I need to ask you, Alfred. What colour is the eggs? If the colour of the eggs is still white, that's okay. Or if they turn in like a yellow, dark browny colour, that tends to mean that they've died off. So I just check on the colour of them. I'm in the US, so messes aren't so common. I can't even pronounce that. Outward entrance, I would, but it's very difficult for me to move the camera around at the moment. It's just stationary. Yeah, I don't blame you asking. All I can advise you, if you want a decent camera, okay, you can either get yourself a video camera. Some video cameras out there now have really good zoom on them, but I tend to use a DSLR, decent DSLR. You can pick up a decent one for about £200, and then you want to get yourself a decent lens that can zoom. Lenses, to be honest, I find can be more expensive than the actual camera that you buy. So you just buy a macro lens. Or you could do that. You could get a macro lens for a good phone. If you've got a decent phone, you could get a macro lens for that. Like, I didn't think of that, to be honest. You know, I bet, right, my DSLR does 1080p, and I bet if I got a macro lens for my phone, which does, what is it, 4K, I could record 4K, and I bet the quality is just as good. I might do that actually. I might give that a try and see how it turns out. Yeah, waxworms are good, but they're very fatty. So with waxworms, don't give them too often. Just use them as a treat, you know, once every few weeks. Feed them at least 1 cricket a week, depending on colony size. Okay, so if colonies if you've got a big colony, obviously you have to feed them more. Just checking up on some of the ant coloners. Yeah, cooked chicken's good. I use cooked chicken. It's one of the ones I've recommended in a few of my videos. Who's messaging me? Oh, a woman. They just didn't eat much because they were dying. Can you help me, please? What have you been trying to feed them? UK ants. I'm not sure, Alfred. Alfred, larvae is a bit bigger than eggs, okay? The only way you're probably going to be able to see larvae is by using a torch, okay? So get a little torch, maybe your camera flash on your phone, something like that, or the torchlight on your phone, and just put the torchlight to the eggs. You will be able to see if there's larvae. Then, if there's no larvae, you're just gonna have to wait it out. That's the only thing, and just hope that the eggs are not dead. When it comes to hibernating your colony, how should you do it? If you've got local species that live in your country, one of the easiest ways you can hibernate them, if they live in test tubes or form aquariums, is get a big storage box. You know those massive big plastic storage boxes that you can get like at any like retail shop and stuff like that? You can put shoes in, or you can put toys in, you know, you can store stuff in them, okay? Just get one of them, open it up, put all your form aquariums in it, shut it, obviously make sure it's not airtight, take it outside, put it in your garden. Put it in your garden, and because the weather changes and the temperature changes and they're inside of that, they hibernate naturally. That's one way of doing it. I can do that with my house because I've got a massive wall all the way around, so I know it's going to be safe. Nobody's going to steal it, and I don't think anyone would steal it anyway. It's like, you know, if they seen it, they'd be like, what the? This guy's crazy, I'm getting out of here. What? 50 workers? What have you been feeding them? Oh look, there they go. I've got some larvae at the moment. That miner's carrying larvae in the live stream footage. The only problem is with that idea that I said was that in the wild, when ants hibernate, they go further into the ground. They go deeper into the ground to stay warm while hibernating. Now the only problem is with the idea I just gave you. I had to think about this. We'll put them in a box outside, not above ground, not below ground. So they're not going to be warm, are they? They're not going to have that right temperature. So they might actually freeze or die. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'd test it. I might test it with some of my latest Niger Queens that I've got in test tubes. I'll put a few in a box and put them outside and see what happens. Hey Hans GB, I'm doing good, and yourself? Maybe she has been eating the eggs because she is stressed, and then she calms down and lays eggs again. That's a possibility, Jan. That does happen. If you're checking on her too often, she could get stressed. Eat the eggs. Exactly what Jan just said. And because she's consumed the eggs, she can then reproduce more eggs. Vape Nation. What I would do is just put her in a dark area, maybe in a drawer, cupboard, whatever. Just store her in a dark place, keep an eye on it, and see if the eggs turn into larvae. Only check on her at least once a week. What do I feed my ants most often? Crickets. Lovely crickets. No, I don't have a mealworm farm. I'm not allowed to keep a mealworm farm. Could you imagine me keeping a mealworm farm? I don't even know where to put it. She's quite fat. Well, potentially if she's quite fat, she's probably going to lay a fresh batch of eggs. Maybe that's why you keep seeing so many eggs. No. When ants hibernate, they move really, really slow. But I don't know. But you'll probably have a water supply in there, right? Like if you've got them in a test tube setup and you've got water in the test tube setup and it's a big test tube, you're gonna have enough water to last till spring, because it gets so cold that the water does not evaporate. It might freeze a bit, but it'll be fine. But if you've got a bigger setup like Farm Aquarium setup, yeah, you're probably gonna have to supply water all the time. You know what? To be honest, that day I was doing the live stream and I fed the live cricket to the ant colonies. It was very difficult to actually do what you just said. You know, it was alive, and I got some pliers and it was disgusting. You know, and I just like grabbed it by its head with those pliers and killed it straight away. And it went through me because I was like, oh, I have to kill this to feed the ants. But you know, ants have got to eat. But to be honest, think about it, okay? People buy them all the time to feed lizards. So, you know. And lizards don't just eat and swallow. Sometimes they have a good old crunch on them while they're still alive in the mouth. Like, and then they swallow. So what I tend to do is just try and kill the cricket as fast as I can by destroying its head with some pliers. And then feed it to the ants because it's dead, but the nerves start twitching. That's the only thing. So sometimes it still appears to be alive, but it's just nerves. Or if you really want to kill them really quickly without, you know, feeling bad, boiling water. Just boil some water in a pan, and just, if you get crickets in a box, you just slightly open it and tip a few in and they die instantly. I've tried fruit flies that I've caught around the house, and they do like them. I might actually make a fruit farm. I might make a farm. They're really easy to make, and then when you make a farm, you can make a wingless farm, can't you? So it's pretty cool. What are you doing, Clint? What's Clint? Clint?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm just watching. Oh, there we go. Watching a video on YouTube.
About what?
Glass shotgun shells.
Shotgun shells.
Yeah, glass ones.
Why the hell would you be looking at that?
Don't know. I just random thing I seen. I thought, yeah, interesting watch. Knowing they're mad, but stupidly dangerous.
Mm.
But yeah, the stream ended, or
No. I'm not getting them again. I'm not getting Myrmica again. Remember what happened last time? So one of the fans in the stream sent me that colony that escaped and was all over
aye,
all over my house, and I got stung a good few times and bit, and I ended up having to destroy the full colony, which wasn't nice. But it was an accident. Hey guys! I'm new to ant keeping, and 2 colonies I've kept. The queens of both colonies have died, but all the workers are completely fine. Any idea of what I'm doing wrong? You're either stressing her out, you're not providing enough food for her, but at the same time this has happened to me. So don't worry too much about it. Sometimes it happens. Queens sometimes just die. I've had a few colonies fail just like that. You know, you just check up on them and the queen's dead and all the workers are still alive. It happened to one of my colonies not long back. It could be a lack of, it could be some sort of lack of food. It could be that they prefer, it's too cold. There's a lot of different reasons. There could have been mites. There could have been anything. What if we kept the ants in the same place inside the house when they're supposed to be hibernating? I've done this a lot of times, Antcaster. I keep them inside through winter most of the times. The only thing I've noticed, they'll slow down. They'll go really slow. Just keep them in a cold room in your house, like a room that you don't have heating, or you never put the heating on in that room, and they'll be fine. I have bought Paladula and Camponotus. Nice. Paladula is so cool. Very, very tiny though. It was very difficult when I had the colony before they passed away. It was very difficult to try and record them even with macro. Yeah, Latius Niger. So that's the good thing about Latius Niger. You know, literally you could put your hand in there and you won't even feel them biting you. However, I wouldn't put your hand in a Mesobarbarius colony with majors and super majors, and even if they're not biting you hard enough, the queen will also have a good bite of you, and she's got some big pincers as well, so that would hurt. But yeah. However, that's why now I've decided to take an oath, and I'm never keeping any species that sting, such as the fire ants. I can't do that. I'm not keeping that sort of species. I'll keep like Latius Niger, Latius Flavus and stuff like that. Mesobarbarius. I don't mind Mesobarbarius because the only thing they can do is bite. So it's not too bad. Exactly. Yeah, put them in there. Oh yeah, majors would hurt, especially super majors. Damn. Vape Nation, bro. Can I make more videos on Latius Flavus? Yeah, sure, I will do. We'll do videos on this Latius Flavus queen I've got. If she's still alive, I've not checked on her. Because like she's in a box with all loads of test tube setups with more queens, so I'm going to have to dig through and find her because she was the only Flavus I caught this year. Damn. Frubra, Formica, Fusca, Barbarius, Latius Niger, Flavus. Touch on all UK species. Check now. Ugh. Do you really want me to go digging through a box? Ugh, guys, seriously. Right, I'm looking for her. Okay. This is a Latius Niger queen. She's got work eggs. Where is she? She's somewhere in here, I think. What's that? Is that her? I'm not too sure. I think that might be her. Is that just a Latius Niger? I can't tell. Okay, I think I found her. I don't see her eggs. She did have eggs. That might be her. Let me just put her to one side. I think that actually is her. What's this? Latius Niger. Lazy Snider. Lazy Snider. Yeah, I found her. I think I found her. I don't like disturbing it too much. What is this? The only thing I've noticed with Queens with Wings is that the Queens with Wings, yeah, I found her, but I don't know where her eggs have gone. I really don't know where she's put the eggs. I think she's hid them under the cotton there. Yeah, they're on the side of the cotton, so she does have eggs. She's not moving much, so she's slowing down, obviously, because it's nearly hibernation time. Oh, I've left an ant out. Sorry. There you go. Back into storage. Yes, please, what? I'll show you tomorrow. I'll do the video tomorrow and I'll show you. I couldn't find their eggs. I think they were on the cotton. So you'll see you soon. I'll be right back, guys. I need to use the bathroom. Whoa, Clint, what's going on in your background, mate? I'm back.
Man.
Alright guys, I'm gonna be ending the stream now because I'm gonna go and chill out and play some games online. It's nice chatting to you all. We'll get the new video up tomorrow. I'll record a video and get it sorted, and there'll be a new video out tomorrow. We are currently on we're nearly 2,000 subs, so we're getting pretty close now. Probably do a giveaway at 2,000 subs. Another form of aquarium. That'd be pretty cool, right? Hold up, let me check. What game am I playing? Probably gonna play some PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I would stream it, but it lags my computer because this computer's a bit old now. So probably when I build something newer, I'll do some live streaming of gaming and stuff, and we can do more talking about ants while I'm playing. I'll probably give away a farm aquarium again, a big one, a large one, because I got that housework. Play PUBG on Roblox. I play it on Steam. Do a face reveal. 1 million subs, I'll do a face reveal.
That is far too many for that.
What?
1 million.
1 million. Not
Oh,
4.
sorry, I thought you said 4.
1 million subs. I've decided that from day one. If the channel grew to the point where I got to 1 million subs, I would do a face reveal, or maybe not. Maybe like 500,000. Yeah, probably like 500,000 subs. I'll do a face reveal. That'd be quite funny because it'd be like, does this face match the voice? I don't think so.
As long as he chooses not to do his face reveal, then we go out somewhere.
My age, I'm old. No, I'm still suffering from hangover.
You and me both.
Hangover. What have you got? Hangover.
Yeah, I've had it all day.
What did you have? What symptoms? What symptoms did you have?
Mainly an headache all day. When I went shopping before, came back in taxi, I thought I was going to throw up.
Well, I've vomited 3 times, but I forced myself. I'm not. If I feel sick, I'm not gonna lounge around all day feeling sick. I just get it over and done with and go to the toilet, put the fingers down the throat and puke. Just get it over and done with. And then I did that. I vomited about 3 times. I don't know how much I drank. I think I drank quite a lot.
No, weirdly enough, I seen how much you drank, and weirdly enough, I kind of matched it.
I think it's because I think it's because I had an empty stomach.
Yeah, I'd had a Chinese before I even came. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I had my tea before I came.
Yeah, normally I'd eat before I could go drinking. I didn't. Because, like, you know, Phil and that were like, oh, we've got food. So I was like, oh, I'll just eat when I get to Phil's. But the problem was I already started drinking before I started eating.
Yeah.
So that's probably why I had the bad hangover.
Anyway, let's see.
Me, I am 30. I'm 3-0, guys. 3-0.
Didn't realise you were still streaming then.
Yeah, I'll be ending it now. We'll do some gaming, I think, tonight.
There we go. Yeah, I've still got an headache now, me.
Yeah, I've still got a slight headache. That's why I ended up drinking some Coca-Cola. It's like, it could be, after, you know, being sick all day, you need a bit of blood sugar.
Yeah.
So, tends to...
I think I'm going to go get a bottle of water, actually. Just be 1 sec.
But my face looks horrible. All the blood vessels on my face have gone pfft. Like, it literally looks like I've got 2 black eyes from puking.
To be honest, I thought it was the other issue, the sinus issue. I thought it was that when you showed me. I was like, I don't remember you falling. I took you home.
No, I didn't fall. It was just all the vomiting.
I know that.
Well, it seems to be fading now anyway. That's good. Anyway, guys, right. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll make a video and I'll bang it up. It'll probably be up tomorrow evening, England time. I'd say around what time? 5 PM, 6 PM, somewhere along that timeline. I'll have a new video. If not, it'll be up earlier than that, depending on what I do in the morning. Alright, guys, it was nice chatting to you all. It was a good catch up, and I can't wait to get this next video out and get back into business doing my videos. So, guys, see you tomorrow, and have a good night. Take care, and, you know, do what you gotta do. Enjoy your rank keeping. Bye bye.